Good morning, everybody. This is Kim at Uncensored Food, and today we're going full on Dago. I'm going to make homemade cavatelli, which is gnocchi, but instead of using potatoes, I'm using ricotta cheese. So that's easy breezy. We'll fix that up in 2 seconds. I'm also going to make a real simple red sauce for that with roasted pancetta and garlic and fresh grown basil, and some fire roasted tomatoes. I'll make that first so it's all ready. How you doing today? It's sunny, it's glorious, it's beautiful. I didn't feel like doing my hair, so it's a weekday. Come and join me in my kitchen. So to get this started, I've got 4 or 5 pieces of pancetta bacon. Come on, baby. Oh, should learn how to use my equipment. I'm using my beautiful Meissen pans, which you know I'm in love with because they're perfection, that's for sure. We'll get that cooking. I will dice up 2 cloves of garlic, and then I'll simmer it with these tomatoes. Oh, pretty much the end. I'm going to add just a teeny bit of olive oil to the bacon because, well, you can't have enough olive oil. And after this bacon is somewhat cooked, I'm going to dice it and then add the garlic, then the tomatoes, and then I'll let it sit there until I'm ready with the gnocchi. Here we have some fire roasted diced tomatoes, pancetta bacon, garlic, and chiffonade homegrown basil. Pretty much, that's it. Now comes the easiest of easy pastas to make. I've got about 2 cups of ricotta cheese in my bowl. That's basically 1 15-ounce container, full fat whole milk. Throw in a tablespoon or so of oil, olive oil, and 2 eggs. Mix this all together. It does not have to be mixed perfectly. It's just got to be kind of together. I have 1.5 cups or so of flour. This is going to get mixed with the flour, and salt. That's it. So there. That's mixed enough. Another super cool thing about this pasta is it doesn't have to rest. It doesn't have to wait. If you want this for lunch, you can make it a half an hour before lunch. As soon as it's done mixing, we cook it. It's done. So let's get that together. Stand by. All right, now, the only way you know if you have enough flour is once you start mixing it together. This needs to be well mixed but not sticky. So keep flour on your board. And once you turn it out onto the board and start using your fingers, that's when you know. So as I said, I started out with about 1.5 cups of flour, and I'll just keep adding as I need it. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try to keep one hand clean so I can turn off the machine. Whatever. Are you hungry yet? I know I am, but then I'm a Dago, I'm always hungry. There you have it. Once you do that, it's perfect. You're gonna roll out some long strings, and then we're gonna cut gnocchis out of this. Now with gnocchi, typically you roll it with your thumb, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna make thick little pillows. Keep your board covered in flour. I have heavily salted water going over there, and this is gonna go in as soon as it's ready. Take a little cut, boom, boom, boom. Try to make them even, I rarely do. The end, kids. In the real world, the whole process will take you about 20 minutes. So if your hungry kids or family come home and they want a little fresh pasta for lunch, 20 minutes, and you're the hero. And it's so good. All right. These babies are so light and fluffy. Do not press down hard. They're so good. Now when I cook them, they're gonna sink to the bottom of the pan, and as soon as they float, they're done. It'll take about 4 minutes. Also, these freeze very well. So if you make a lot, you can put it in your freezer and then just pop it in the boiling water when you want to cook it. I'm gonna make them all. This is way too much for me to eat. I'm not a fan of used food, so they won't go in my freezer, but they'll go over to my niece's house, or my sister's house, or my neighbor's house. Then I'll walk in the forest. This is what they look like when they're ready to cook. The water is boiling. I'm gonna try to do this without spilling, but no promises. Oh shit. Oh. Ice. Here we go. Get those in the boiling water. Nice. Gently stir that around. They're gonna sink to the bottom, which they have. Once they float, they're done. I'll show you. Meanwhile, I reheated the sauce because everything's gonna go directly from there into here. And that's breakfast. This is a very delicate pasta. It doesn't take much. See how it's floating? It's done. I wasn't kidding, it was like 4 minutes. Now this sauce is being heated up. You just put these on there. Gently mix those together. Can you say taste explosion? I think you can. Turn this off. Enough already. And very gently cover it.